Game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League between our hosts Fribourg Olympic and the visitors Nanterre 92. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Group B fixture. Very, very important for the boys from France. They must win tonight off the back of a very, very impressive victory last week, which saw them give themselves a fighting chance of making it into the top four. And these Fribourg fans, well, it's been a very, very tough season for them, to say the least. They've done very well to qualify here in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League. But they'll be hoping that they can be heartbreakers. They'll be hoping that they can be upsetters. Well, as for the visitors last week, it was a very big, emphatic win for them, to say the least. They came up victorious at home, 79-70 against PAOK. Well, other games that you can see tonight, Telecom Basketball beat Nanterre Venezia. PAOK came up very victorious against Opava BK. In other games today, Unet Hulon will be taking on the first ever champions of the Basketball Champions League, Iberostar Tenerife. Well, if you look at this, Sanguin was the real key player last week that made the win happen for Nanterre as they came up victorious against PAOK. Now, PAOK were sitting in fourth place comfortably, but then Nanterre, with their victory, just overtook them. Well, PAOK's victory tonight against Opava BK will put them back in contention. So, Nanterre, really, destiny is in their own hands. A win tonight, and they can be now 2 games away afterwards from qualifying for the playoffs. If you look at the style these two teams play now, if you look at Nanterre 92, there's a lot of players that they get in the mix there. Demetrius Treadwell, their undersized big man, 27 years of age, just coming into his prime at the moment. But really tonight, it's all going to be about Jeremy Sanglin. Well, Sanglin, a very young player, just coming into his professional career here in Europe. One of the top shooters here in the Basketball Champions League. Had a very impressive performance last week at home against PAOK. Well, for Fribourg Olympic, I mean, there's been games, we saw against Iberostar Tenerife 2 weeks ago here at home where they kept it close with the boys from Spain, and they just couldn't get over the final hurdle. I mean, Justin Robinson was probably their best player. The little guard had a tip-back dunk in the game that absolutely set this place on fire. They came so close, but it just wasn't enough. The inspiring shooting from Dusan Mladen, again, the veteran player, the Serbian-born Swiss international player. If they're going to come up with anything tonight, they need him to shoot well from the perimeter. They need him to step up and to give them something to play for. Well, one thing about Nanterre 92 is they love to play the pick and roll. They really like to spread the floor, let their better players from the perimeter isolate. And you can see the big man, Mr. Gamble. Well, what a performance he had last week. Some very, very sublime block shots that protected the paint. Just secured that victory for Nanterre in the fourth quarter. There you can see the Icelandic international, the big man. His perimeter shooting will be very crucial for Nanterre tonight. Well, Sanglin, you can just not give this guy any time or space. A little inch, he'll get a shot off. More importantly, he's going to knock him down from downtown all night tonight.
Mesdames et messieurs, pour votre équipe, le Fribourg Olympic, numéro 4, Jérémy Jonas, numéro 5, Florian Steinmann, numéro 6, Paul Gravet.
Well, Paul Gravet, one of their role players, just a little bit undersized to play here in the low block, but again, a very versatile player that can play inside and outside. So again, everybody needs to step up tonight. Babacar Toure, been one of their more influential players here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, the big man putting up some very impressive numbers, averaging 16 points per game and 11 rebounds. He's got his double-double, one of the few players here in the Basketball Champions League in the regular season. There you can see Williamson and Timberlake, the core of their starting lineup. Now, Williamson, again, for him, he is their top scorer here in the Basketball Champions League. He's averaging 14 points per game, but it's just a matter of how many quarters they can get him to play consistently. Again, with the injuries that he's been holding this season, it's tough when you need your best player on the court at all times, but they need to make sure that they can get him through the final hurdles here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just get set to introduce our officials tonight, and we're very proud to say we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do so here tonight in the Basketball Champions League. Well, a man who's held the coaching realms here since the year of 1987, one of the longest standing coaches here in European basketball. And Nanterre, one of their claims to fame here, having a lot of stability at their club and doing so well in their domestic league for that matter as well. Well, he's held a lot of positions here in Switzerland, really found his home. And of course, tonight, nothing for them to play for but pride, really. Again, can they just push Nanterre? Can they ruin their season? As we mentioned, it's about wearing the shirt for Fribourg Olympic. Well, we're going to probably get set to look at our starting lineups tonight. It'll be interesting to see if they go with a starting lineup as last week. Now, Gamble did not feature too much in the first half of last week's victory, but again, his defensive presence could be very crucial for them here in this must-win game for Nanterre. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce our officials tonight. Janis Chalik, Ilias Kunelis, and Ivo Matejek, coming from Czech Republic, Cyprus, and Poland. And again, we're very proud of the standard of refereeing we have here in the Basketball Champions League, and they will continue to do so. An excellent job here tonight in Switzerland. Well, as we mentioned, Icelandic international Paulson has been very quiet in the last two regular season games here for Nanterre 92. And again, 6'6", plays college basketball in the United States. Well, the starting lineup they're going to go with is Hugo Invernizzi, Dominic Waters, Jeremy Senglin, the sharpshooter, Wahoo Kanate, and Demetrius Treadwell. Well, we were critical last week of their starting lineup. The size is what they were missing with Gamble on the bench. But again, they out-rebounded Pauk, and Pauk are a very big team to say the least. So now the tables are turned. Now they'll be the bigger team against probably an undersized Fribourg Olympic. As we mentioned, Coach Pascal Donadieu has been in this role since 1987. One of the longest standing coaches here in European basketball. Has brought a lot of stability to this club, a lot of ups and downs, but again, the work he's done has been absolutely phenomenal for Nanterre. Well, Fribourg Olympic are going to go with introduction tonight with Natan Jokovic as he makes the starting lineup. Jusha Mladen, the sharpshooter, along with Justin Robertson, Babacar Torre, and Paul Grevet all make the starting lineup. Well, Babacar Torre, as we mentioned, averaging a double-double here in the regular season. And it's surprising not to see Williamson in the starting lineup, and that might be down to the fact they want to reserve him for the domestic basketball. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Coach Alexis' team come out tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you for joining us here tonight in Fribourg. It is game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League. Nanterre must get a victory tonight if they're to continue their excellence here and qualify for that fourth place here in Group B. Don't go anywhere as we are set for tip as the officials get ready. Fans are now standing up and they're getting underway for this fixture. Now, it's easy for your team with nothing to play for here in the regular season for the fans not to bother, but I mean, you've got to love the support from these fans, and they've done this week in, week out for all their home games in the regular season. Well, both teams now shake hands, pay homage, give each other the accolades, but we're set for tip. And as soon as the ball's underway, they're both going to go at it. Well, tip is underway as Babacar Touré wins the tip with Jurkovic. Paul Gravet just leads it off to Robertson. Now, a lot of pick and rolls we're going to see here in the early stages. Robertson now coming off the screen. Gravet wasn't ready for the pass. Cross court, get in the corner. Jurkovic, 3 in the corner. The shot is up. The shot is nothing but net. 6, an early triple. The assist from Paul Gravet. You know, it's one thing we haven't seen too much from Fribourg Olympic is perimeter shooting. And again, very crucial for them in the early stages. They can really make the defense spread. Well, they love it inside now. Treadwell catching the low block. Now the mismatch here is guarded by Paul Gravet. Gets in and around, strong move, makes a contact. It's just simply unstoppable. Well, Demetrius Treadwell, 6'7", only playing the center role. And again, just showing his post work. Well, Robertson now gives up to Mladen. Mladen catches it, tries to go all the way, hangs in the air, in and around. Well, sharpshooter. Again, he's got one thing on his mind. Every time he catches the ball, he's going to score the basket. Get the handoff for Senglin now. Senglin just comes off another screen. Comes off another screen, takes it down the middle. Has to kick it out to Konate. Konate turns it over. And Nanterre 92 now, just trying to figure out ways how to split the defense. But you can see Fribourg not allowing them any time or space on the perimeter. Robertson now got it by Senglin. Now this is going to be a good matchup between these two because they've been so influential for their teams here in the Basketball Champions League. Mladen up to Babacar Touré under the basket. Whoa, completely lost control of it. Whoa, Babacar Touré, ball slipped out of his hands or something, but lost it under the basket. Treadwell bumps, Treadwell goes up and he lays it up. Well, Fribourg Olympic just full asleep there on the defenses. Demetrius Treadwell has an easy 2. Jurkovic now gives up to Mladen. Mladen takes one dribble. Oh, he's doubled up now. Somebody's open. Gravet down to Babacar Touré. Babacar Touré makes a contact, completely misses it. Well, he uses the length of his arms to keep it alive. Mladen, quick shot from the perimeter. Nails the triple. Well, the assist from Babacar Touré. That's one thing now for Fribourg Olympic. If they can go in for as many second opportunities as possible, they can just give themselves a fighting chance in this game. Comes off one screen now. Invernizzi now has to kick it out. Well, tries the perimeter shot. He's got time, space. 6, the three-pointer. Well, the assist from Invernizzi. That is number 11, Dominic Waters. And Matan Jurkovic got it by Konate. Now he wants to get the ball out of his hands, so he gives up to Mladen. Mladen off one screen. Well, comes off the foot of Treadwell, so it will be sideline ball now. Whoa, we got a foul called. Not sure if a foul was called there or... Correction, foul was not called. The official, because it came off his foot, signaling for a reset of the 14. Well, Mladen now gets in. Robertson catch and shoot, tries from the perimeter. In and out, can't get it. Konate with a rebound, and now Waters can push. Waters on the ball, comes off one screen now, takes it in with his right. Tries to kick it out to Konate. Well, now he uses another pick and roll with Treadwell in the middle. Well, easy left, uncontested. Touré with the rebound, and now the big man's going to push it himself in transition. Babacar, he's got numbers, gives up to Gravet. Gravet can't finish. And they miss the opportunity, and now down the other end, Nanterre can push. Konate transition, hard foul. It's got to be an unsportsmanlike. Well, from this angle, clearly looked like he got knocked on the head, but looks like the official is just going to go with a regular shooting foul. Robertson did give a hard knock on the head, so we'll have to see the replay, but it did look very hard as he swiped at him, but Konate is just going to go to the free throw line for 2 regular shots. Makes the first one. You can see with Nanterre 92, as soon as they get the rebound, they got one thing on their mind, is that's just to get out on the break, and with the athleticism and the speed that they've got, they can be a very lethal team in transition. As he makes it 2 for 2 from the stripe. Well, Robertson now on the ball, got it by Senglin, gives up to Jurkovic. Gravet looking for Robertson. Got it by Senglin now. Gives up to Mladen. Well, Mladen traveled with the ball clearly. Good call from the official. And sometimes you can see Dusan Mladen just tries to predetermine what he wants to do, and he's just got to go back to basics and avoid the turnovers there. Senglin comes off a screen now with Treadwell. Ward is now on the ball. He's got a mismatch. Got it by Jurkovic, and they got another switch with Babacar Touré. Konate takes in the lane, gives off to Treadwell, but the foul is called. Well, that's a lot better from Nanterre now. You can see they're just penetrating into the zone, which is causing a bit of confusion. A lot with the Fribourg defense is switching. So that's why they have these mismatches. And you can see Dusan Mladen now just unable to keep Konate in front of him. Waters pulls up for a quick three right in the face of Babacar Touré. Doesn't get it. Jurkovic lob to Babacar Touré. Foul under the basket on Invanetsi. Well, Babacar Touré, with his length and his wingspan, can be quite a handful for any post player. And you can see Invanetsi just grabbing him by the shirt. Gervais looking for Jurkovic, throws it down low to the big man. Big man got it, makes a strong post move, missed the layup, gets his own tip back, and that's why you don't give up on it. That time Jurkovic just going in the low block against Konate. Senglin up to Waters, Waters back to Senglin. Here comes the screen from Treadwell now, kicks out to Dominic Waters. Waters down low to Treadwell. Treadwell cements it, missed a wide open layup. And now Robertson, transition up to Jurkovic, almost turns it over and keeps it alive. Cross court, this time they turn it over, no, they keep it alive again. Jurkovic dunks it right over Dominic Waters in the lane. Well, Nanterre 92 unable to come up with a loose ball, but Natan Jurkovic just punishes them. Senglin now comes up one screen. Time and space, reverses it all the way back to Dominic Waters. Waters screen now with Treadwell. Crosses over, takes it down the middle. Bumps, kicks it out. Konate's got to shoot it. Three's up, no good. Gervais with a rebound. And Gervais turns up. No, he keeps it alive again. Robertson catches in the low block. Robertson, reverse layup, and he scores it right in the low block. Well, Fribourg Olympic are just giving everything right now. You think they turned the ball over, but you got players diving on the floor, just giving everything. Nanterre 92 have to respond. Senglin now shakes and bakes, time and space. Off to Waters, back to Senglin. Looking for Treadwell. Well, they got the mismatch, takes the three instead. Senglin, nothing but net. It is cash money. Well, that is a play. You just cannot give him any room to get a shot off from the perimeter. Robertson down to Babacar Touré. Well, there you can see Senglin just does a good job there, stopping the pass from going through. Well, now Williamson's coming into the game as he gives Paul Gervais a change. Konate just goes to the bench as Icelandic Paulsen comes in. Paulsen, another three-point shooter, so probably they want to try and get the defense to move as much as possible with his perimeter shooting. Mladen catch and shoot from the perimeter, fades away, no good. Touré with a rebound. Touré can't keep it alive, and it's off of Babacar Touré. So it will be Nanterre possession. And the home crowd probably don't agree with the call. Well, Dusan Mladen now just goes to the bench, and again, Mladen can give you that perimeter shooting, but it's just to be able to play that long. Well, Dominic Waters now. Senglin on the ball, gives up to Invanetsi, tries a floater in the lane, knocks it down. A nice little cut to the basket by Hugo Invanetsi. Person on the ball, gives up to Watts. Well, they turn it over again, and Gamble comes up with a loose ball. And now Waters can push. Transition. Invanetsi, three in the corner. Oh, baby! 6 to triple. Well, the ball didn't touch the floor once in the fast break. Beautiful basketball from Nanterre. Gives up to Watts now. Jurkovic gets in the low block, guarded by Paulsen. Jurkovic forces up a 15-footer, no good. Senglin with a rebound, and now Nanterre can break. Gives up to Waters. Waters thought about the three, didn't pull the trigger. Senglin now isolates, guarded by Jurkovic, crosses over, takes it in, all the way, lays it up, can't get it. Robertson gives it. Well, clearly came off of Jurkovic. Out of bounds ball. Well, we got a timeout now to the home team. It's Fribourg Olympic. Are going to try and talk it over. Nanterre 92 just playing a little bit more inspiring basketball at the moment as they have a 3-point lead going into this timeout.
Julian ici, d'accord? Dominique ici, Jay ici, ok? Hey, Dominique, curl, ok? Pas de passe pour Dominique. Julian, screen for Hugo.
Benitzi so far is the top scorer with 5 points. He had that floater in the lane and well with the 3-point in the corner.
The third thing.
Again, that's the style they want to play. They want to spread the floor, come up pick and rolls, while Jurkovic is their top scorer with 7 points. But
we are too soft offensively. Attack harder. First possession, break. We run, horn, zone, pop, and try to steal 4 men inside, okay? If not, swing the ball, switch again.
probably wants his team to come out just a little bit more aggressively here. As Jeanin comes in. Now Jeanin, a very explosive backup point guard here, explosively quick. Probably one they want is him guarding Jeremy Senglin. It'll be interesting to see how Senglin goes up to a defender shorter, possibly quicker than him. Benitzi catch and shoot right off the inbound. Benitzi can't get it. Watts now just pushing transition with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Jurkovic comes off a screen, gets it, pass is too heavy. Well, Williamson could have tried to have saved it at least, but just let it run out of bounds. Well, turnover now, and Nanterre will get the ball back. I mean, it was a great screen, but again, he's just got to throw a lob that he can get to. Another turnover for Fribourg Olympic. Dominic Waters just goes to the bench, takes a breather. Senglin comes off a screen with Gamble. And Juskavicius, the Lithuanian, checks into the game for Nanterre. Babakar gets called for the foul there against Julian Gamble. Well, Julian Gamble's got the size and strength over Babakar Torre, so Mitan Jurkovic, top scorer so far for Fribourg Olympic. He checks out with 7 points. Well, Timberlake, a regular starter for them here in the regular season. He only just checks into the game with 2:08 to go here in the first quarter. Juskavicius comes off a screen. Time space down low. What a pass was stolen now. Babakar Torre transition. Babakar Torre's got to give it up. Turns it over. And Kanate now can trade down the other end. Juskavicius corner. Paulsen three. Oh, baby. 6 in a transition. Back-to-back triples now for Nanterre on the fast break. Timberlake tries to go all the way, puts a floater up the backboard, kisses the glass. Well, again, just what Fribourg Olympic's been missing here. Somebody that can just get to the rack. Juskavicius now pump fakes, pulls up from 18 feet, sinks it. Well, got it on the wing, gave a pump fake, 2 dribbles, and just pulled up for the jump shot. Williamson looks for Timberlake. Timberlake catches, tries to take it all the way. Kicks out. Babakar Torre from 18 feet. Pick and pop. Can't get it. No white shirts going for an offensive rebound. And now Konate can push. Transition, pass it, catch and shoots, made 1-3. Can't get it. Julian Gamble with the offensive rebound. Senglin takes it in, gives up to Gamble. Gamble turns it over, and now Watts can take it. Behind the back, Watts makes a contact, goes up, doesn't get the and one. He's gonna go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, that's a lot better now. You can see sometimes with Fribourg Olympic, you can see Babacar Touré getting defensive rebounds and trying to take it himself. And at this level, you got to get the ball in your best ball handler's hands. Well, Justin Watts has some good games so far here in the regular season, but again, consistency has been his issue. Well, from Durham, North Carolina, played at the University of North Carolina for the famous Tar Heels, as he misses the second free throw. Senglin gives up to Jiska Vicious, now in the lane, kicks out to Powson. Powson goes baseline, tries to give it to Gamble. Gamble catches it, got it by Williamson. Gamble spins around, bumps in the lane. Oh, gets rejected, and then you can see Babacar Touré said, not in my house. Well, Watts now, 4 seconds on the clock. Watts in the lane, gives to Touré. Touré's got to go up with it, right at the end of the first quarter. Babacar Touré, and he gets hit. But the assist comes from Charles Watts on Fribourg Olympic. Defensive play down one end, and a fast break down the other. Into the first quarter, Nanterre 92 hold on to a 3-point lead, 22-19. Well, Fribourg now playing very similar as they did to Versailles Tenerife 2 weeks ago. Showing just a little bit of ability to get out on the break, but again, it's perimeter shooting that just doesn't do it for Fribourg. I mean, they've only made 2 for 4 from the perimeter so far tonight. Nanterre 4 for 8 from 3-point land.
Avec vos joueurs préférés lors du repas soutien du crime olympique. 29 février 2019, Forum Fribourg, repas de soutien du Fribourg Olympique. Informations sur les flyers ainsi qu'au fan shop. Inscrivez-vous.
We start the second quarter now. Nanterre 92 will get the first possession. Senglin's got it by Jeanin. Jeanin just being a little bit stubborn right now. Not allowing Senglin to get any open looks as Jiska Vicious gives him the corner. Konate Euro steps, gives it to Hakur Powson. Pump fakes, pulls up from 15. And the Icelandic international can't get it. But Demetrius Treadwell secures the rebound and draws the foul on Timberlake. Inbound now to Senglin. Senglin, you can't leave him wide open, but he doesn't take the shot. Jiska Vicious now in the lane, kicks it to Powson. Handoff to Senglin. Senglin in the line, steps back, 15 feet, fades away, can't get it. Well, gets knocked over. Well, Williamson just going after it. Just gets the bump, but out of bounds. It will go to Fribourg Olympic. You can see it just comes off the hand of Juskavicius. Janin now gives it to Williamson. Hand over Jurkovic. Jurkovic makes contact, goes all the way with a finger roll, missed the layup. Trevor with a rebound, and now Nanterre can break. Well, Senglin's wide open, doesn't get it. Trevor goes all the way, can't get it, gets his own rebound. Well, tries to go up, doesn't get fouled. Paulsen reverse to Konate. Well, Watts now guarded by Trevor. Well, misses, gets fouled. Well, Charles Watts tried to deceive him, but in the end, Demetrius Treble's, you can see, just steps out the way. There's no doubt it's a foul. It's a definite foul for sure. As Demetrius Treble now goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, there you can see the traveling contingent fans there from Nanterre. As Demetrius Treble makes the first free throw, originally from Cleveland, Ohio, played at the University of Akron. Had brief spells in Argentina, and then more recently in Israel. It's a 4-point lead now to the boys from France. He gives up now, low plot. Now Treble gets his hand in the lane, and now Senglin can push in transition. Janin, again, just causing problems for Senglin. Senglin off one screen reverse. Juskavicius wide open from the perimeter, takes the 3, knocks it down. Well, another player who will catch fire if you let him. Again, they can't give him any time or space. So he puts Nanterre up by 7 points. Janin draws a foul on Treble, and Janin just so quick, so explosive. Janin now off one screen. Gives it to Watts. Watts comes up another one. The former Tar Heel steps back. Nothing but net. Well, Charles Watts just lights it up with the swish. Juskavicius now takes it in the lane, puts up an awkward one, dish it up. Konate, Hacker Paulsen tries a perimeter shot, nails the triple, and Nanterre are on fire right now as they lead this one by 8. Good ball movement, wide open shots. They're just sinking them. Hacker Paulsen 2 for 3 from the perimeter. Janin now comes up a double high screen, takes it down the middle. Janin, well, goes all around it, and Mighty Mouse just takes it in the lane, steps around, and he kisses it off the glass. Well, Janin does not score a lot of points, but just showing that he could take it inside against the guards. Well, a foul is just called there on the ball. As you can see the reach in. It's one thing that Nanterre have is just a lot of options to go to as Justin Watts goes to the bench, takes a breather. Dusan Mladic comes back in. They're probably going to need him to light it up from the perimeter if they can. Berkovitz takes a break as Babacar Toure comes back in. Senglin now gives up the Hacker Paulsen. Paulsen pulls up. Did he have his foot on the line? Doesn't matter. Doesn't go in. Babacar Toure secures the rebound. And now Mladic can push. Lopside and another turnover. And again, Fribourg Olympic just don't take care of the basketball. Williamson unable to catch it in the low block. Well, already Fribourg have 6 turnovers, while Nanterre only have 3. Comes Gives off a screen now. Paulson gets a hand of Konate. Paulson tries to go backdoor. Treadwell fades away from the free throw line, and Demetrius Treadwell fades away, and he makes it back to an 8-point ball game. I mean, that was just a turnaround fadeaway, and that was a tough shot. Timberlake gives up to Williamson, back to Jeanin. Gives up to Mladen. Mladen catches off the screen. Gives up to Williamson. Williamson draws a foul. Traveling violation called. Excellent call by the official. As you can see, when Williamson caught it, took 2 steps before he tried to shoot it. Excellent call by the official. Well, Fribourg Olympic now trail by 8, and they're going to have to call timeout with 6:10 to go here in the first half. Well, this is an excellent call. 1, 2, 3. And again, Treadwell's got his hands up. No foul whatsoever. I mean, even Mladen takes a few steps before he passes it. Demetrius Treadwell now top scorer so far for Nanterre. He has 7 points, but again, they're moving the ball really well, getting some good looks from the perimeter. Well, again, he usually does get quite animated on the sideline, and he'll be very frustrated that his team have 7 turnovers so far here in the first half. Nanterre only with 3 turnovers. I mean, that's the stat line of a team that's going to make it to the top 4 here in the Group B. Well, Juskovic tries another triple, doesn't get it. Mladen secures a rebound. Jokovic down low. Torre in the lane. Torre just throws it down right over Jeremy Senglin. Well, it was an easy catch right in the low block, and what happened to the post defense? And Nanterre, they call timeout with only a matter of seconds, but what a play by Babacar Torre. You can see Mladen dish it off. Jukovic down to Babacar Torre. Treadwell throws it down. What a dunk. And Babacar Torre just comes to life here in the second quarter.
Passe ici. Shot corner. Ok, Hugo, tu reviens bien dans le dos de la défense. Ok, passe ici. Transfert. Hugo, corner. Jouez pick and roll. Jouez bien, fixation passe. Fixation passe. Ok, hein, faites bien attention. Je suis careful de la defense.
Page, it is a switch. Falls on a switch.
Well, Jokovic, they're still top scorer with 7 points, but again, they need other players to step in and step up right now. And one problem Fribourg Olympic have is they don't have a lot of perimeter shooters in the game.
Jump, slide, rotation, okay? Full court pressing, okay?
And now Dominic Waters brings up the ball, and he's getting a bit of full court pressure right now from Robertson. And again, pick and roll comes and no switch this time. And Venezia gets a handoff of Paulson. A foul off the ball. Looks like it's on Robertson. Well, it's only the 4th team foul, so it'll be a baseline ball. Now 1 foul away from being in the penalty, so Nanterre in a good position right here in the second quarter. Williamson tried to gamble, but Venezia doesn't capitalize on it. Juskovic gives up, and Venezia takes it in. Dish up to Treadwell. Treadwell kicks out. Waters, he's made 1-3, makes another one. Nanterre are killing it from the perimeter. It is simply cash money for the boys from the western suburb of Paris. Well, Waters now 2 for 3 from the field. He's 6 points from his three-point shooting. Mladen catch and shoot right away, can't get it. Williamson secures a rebound, kicks out to Robertson, back to Williams. Got it by Invernizzi, backs down in the lane. Well, doesn't shoot it, almost turns it over. Jokovic got to shoot it, forces a big three, and completely airballs it. And it's a out of bounds play and another turnover. Well, Jokovic trying to signal to the official that he got hit, but not enough contact there for a foul. Well, Nanterre are shooting the ball prolifically from the three-point line right now, something that they've improved. They got 7 three-pointers already here in the first half, 7 for 12. And here comes the dribble handoff now, which is causing all the problems with the switches. Invernizzi takes it in back to Juskovic. He'll go in the lane, try to dish it up. Treble, he's got to shoot it. Treble fades away. Got to be a 24-second violation. Now, I'm not sure if Juskovic is trying to say that the ball touched the net, but something he didn't agree with. Here was the shot. Well, it didn't touch the net, and it was a 24-second violation. I mean, Juskovic has got no argument. And when you play at this level, sometimes you just got to put your hand up and accept the official's decision. Just get on with it. Robertson fakes the screen, comes off and draws a foul. It's only the second team foul for Nanterre here in the second quarter. Jokovic now gives up to Robertson. Robertson's been very quiet here in the first half. Hasn't got a lot going. Kicks out to Jokovic. Jokovic goes baseline. He's got to shoot it. Pulls up for 10 feet. Nothing but net. Well, Natan Jokovic moves up to 9 points with that dribble shot. Cuts it down to a 7-point ball game. Well, Simon kicks out to Invernizzi. Pick and roll Waters. Waters, they're looking for Treadwell. Cross court to Powson. Powson goes down the middle. Powson makes the contact, forces a wild one, doesn't get it. Jokovic with a rebound. Mladen can take it all the way in transition. Mladen lays it up. Well, Fribourg Olympic do so well there, getting out on the break, getting an easy 2. Coming down to a 5-point deficit. Senglin kicks out to Waters. Waters got it right, Robertson. Comes off a screen now, looking for Treadwell. Treadwell falls over. Invernizzi, deep three. Oh my Lord! 8-3 of the half now for Nanterre. Well, they're just not missing for the perimeter. Alley-oop is up, and Williamson unable to get it. Babacar Toure saying to Robertson, I'm in the low block, and Robertson's saying, you're not open. Well, you can see now Fribourg Olympic just losing the discipline right now. Williamson checks out of the game. Well, Steinman is a regular feature for them. Top scorer has only just come into the game with 3 minutes to go, while Demetrius Treadwell checks out for Nanterre. Well, Waters crosses over, has to pull it back out. The foul on Robertson. Now Robertson's got to keep his head right now because he's just letting the emotion get to him a little bit too much. Well, to be honest, I don't see too much in that, to be honest. I mean, Invernizzi's trying to post him up, and Robertson's just battling back at him. The problem for Robertson is you got to play smarter, because now he's picked up his 3rd personal foul, so he's only got 2 to give until he's out in the second half now. Well, Timberlake comes back into the game for Fribourg, along with Paul Gravet. And Babacar Touré checks out as well. So Fribourg just experimenting right now. Again, a team that doesn't have a lot to play for. Good chance to get some of your players who don't feature as much. Vinicius very short on the free throw. Hugo Vinicius had a brief stint with Strasbourg where he began his career. Makes the second one, puts it back to a 9-point ball game. Timberlake gives up to Mladen. Down low to Greve. Greve bangs. No foul called, no contact. And Julian Gamble just too physical in the low block. Jukovic got it against Gamble now. Gamble going to back down. Use the size, the power in the lane. Gets away with a shove, takes it all the way. Julian Gamble, unstoppable. Well, Gamble did throw his right arm out a few times, but you got to love that from the official. Just let the play go. Let there be a bit of physicality in the low block. Mladen catches it on the lane. Steps back from 18 feet, forces one in and out, can't get it. Sengler now can push it. Nanterre lead this one by 11. Transition, Konate, three, corner, night three of the half for Nanterre, and they are on fire. Well, Konate now up to 5 points. He hits his first triple of the game. Gives up to Timberlake. Back to Greve. Greve travels with it. Another turnover to Fribourg. Oh, it's the right call because you can see he takes about 2 steps before he puts the ball on the floor. So 10th turnover of the half for Fribourg Olympic. Sengler comes off a screen now with Gamble. In the corner, Konate takes it down the middle, draws a foul. And now Konate's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, Fribourg, the problem they've got is Nanterre have 9 3-pointers so far here in the first half, and when a team shoots that well, it just dejects you on defense because now they're trying to overcommit and not let Nanterre shoot it, but at the same time, they got to recover. And in the penalty already, so Konate's going to shoot these free throws. Well, he makes the first free throw. Well, he's been a regular feature for them in their starting lineups. He's from Créteil, France, and before he arrived at Nanterre, he was playing for Le Mans, who's also in the basketball champions. He can't make the second free throw. It's now a 15-point lead to Nanterre. Gives up to Timberlake now. Timberlake got it by Sengler. Down low. Jukovic fades away, can't get it. Greve gets the offensive board. Greve makes contact, and the crowd ironically cheer now as the foul has been called against Nanterre. Well, it's only the 13th foul, so it's going to be baseline ball now to Fribourg Olympic. We're getting inbound now to Greve. Greve looking for Timberlake. Well, give and go to Greve, makes a cut to the basket, and one! Well, Greve threw it in the low block to Timberlake, cut right to the basket, got it back. Well, there's the cut to the basket, makes the contact, and just kissed it off the glass. Well, Vinicius too slow to get to the spot. Now, this is only the 3rd free throw of the game for Fribourg Olympic, and it just goes to show they're not getting to the free throw line enough. As Greve makes the 3-point play, cuts it down to a 12-point deficit. Now 40 seconds to go. Nanterre could go 2 for 1 here if they play the cards right, but they have to get a shot off pretty quickly if they want to get that situation. Waters crosses over, guarded by Mladen in the lane, kicks out to Sanglin. Sanglin takes it in. Sanglin lays up, gets rejected. Well, Jurkovic just said, not in my house. Blocked him off the backboard. Sanglin thinks he's got it. He's got it. No, sir. Get out of here. This is my house. Well, timeout now to Nanterre with 17 seconds to go here in the first half as they lead this one by 12 points. Well, Nanterre led by Invenizzi now with 9 points. Kunade has 3 rebounds and Dominic Waters with 4 assists, but they've hit 9 3-pointers here in the first half.
Hey, we fait. Les trappes, c'est baseline. Les trappes, c'est baseline. Okay?
It's me. It's okay.
Hey.
It's me. I said it was
No,
me.
it's not okay.
Yeah, no, I said it was me. It's a mistake.
Okay?
And we keep
Hey,
playing.
now, on doit switcher, on switch. On doit switcher, on switch. Okay? Go.
They sit on the zone.
Well, Jurkovic now 6 rebounds and 1 point away from his double-double. Babacar Toure, who averages a double-double here in the Basketball Champions League. One of the few players to only do so.
Let's run. El, here is a Florian. You open up. Chad will pass to you. Nathan will set up screen. Watch out him or do it.
Well, Timberlake now is going to have to get something going to the basket. He's only got 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Gives up to Steinman now. Steinman 5 on the clock. Gives up to Jurkovic. Jurkovic's got to shoot the ball. Gets it up with a jump hook. Jurkovic moves to 11 points. And again, Fribourg Olympic score at the end of the quarter. This time at the end of the first half. Backs down against Powson. Gets it up with the baby jump hook. And it's good. He's got 11 points and 4 rebounds, and he's leading the way right now for Fribourg Olympic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is Nanterre who lead this one by 10. They've led by as many as 16. Well, both teams now going to go into the halftime locker room and look in the mirror, reflect. Nanterre must win this game. Destiny is in their hands. PAOK won tonight against BK Opava. So they know a win tonight is necessary if they're going to qualify for that 4th place spot. At Nanterre, 9 for 14 from the perimeter. Fribourg only 2 for 6, but Nanterre have only made 6 field goals from within the rainbow. Well, Fribourg are 13 for 22. Fribourg surprisingly leading the rebounds now. They have 4 less assists and 2 less steals for that matter, but 10 turnovers is just too many at this level right now. But ladies and gentlemen, go get someone to drink, go get someone to eat, but don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back for the second half in 14 minutes of this game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League.
Johnson, 3 points. Dans quelques instants, mesdames et messieurs, début de cette deuxième mi-temps, Fribourg Olympique and Nanterre. Regardez vos places, s'il vous plaît.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game day 12 fixture of the Basketball Champions League here. Fribourg Olympic hosting Nanterre 92. And the boys from the western suburb of Paris lead this one by 10 points now. Fribourg have had some good spells, but 10 turnovers here in the first half. But not to mention, Nanterre have made 9 for 14 from the perimeter. I mean, that's just prolific three-point shooting, and they got to be one of the best three-point shooting teams here in Europe. There you can see their traveling contingent fans from the western suburb of Paris.
Chers publics, comme vous l'avez admirablement fait en première mi-temps, je vous demande alors de vous lever tous, et de taper très fort dans vos mains, jusqu'au premier panier de votre équipe favorite, tous ensemble, tous, tapez dans les mains.
Well, Jeanin now brings the ball up, guarded by Senglin. So Fribourg Olympic did score the last 5 points of the first half. Babacar Touré goes in the lane. Babacar Touré, and one. Oh, right away, they're going inside it again. They've had 14 field goals from within the rainbow, so this is a lot better from Fribourg Olympic. Babacar Touré just showing the length and athleticism, jumping over Treadwell. Well, he averages a double-double here in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, but free throw shooting is his Achilles ankle, as you can see. Yeah, it's been a weakness for Fribourg Olympic. They're not a great free throw shooting team, but now they've got to do it all on defense as Nanterre. How well can they continue their prolific shooting from three-point land? Well, there you can see Juskovic is wide open, and Ansa made there. Well, you can't leave him wide open because they will shoot it all night long. 10th three-pointer of the night now for Fribourg Olympic. Robertson, baseline jump shot, can't get it. Treble secures the rebound now. Juskovic gives up to Paulsen. Transition, cross-court to Konate. Konate, why not pull the trigger? Can't get it. And Watt secures the rebound. Williamson kicks off to Jeanin. Robertson down low to Williamson. Williamson in the lane, banks, puts up a jump hook, and Williamson just goes in the lane and hits the baby jump hook. And again, Fribourg Olympic not afraid to take it in the low block against Nanterre, but when Julian Gamble's in the game, it's not an option they'd like to go to. Juskovic is on the ball, guarded by Robertson. Now they get the switch, so Treadwell is wide open. Konate takes it in the lane. Well, he got to shoot it. Paulsen takes a three. Oh, baby! Right at the end of the shot clock. 11-3 for Nanterre. Hakim Paulsen. Fribourg Olympic completely full of sleep. Williamson now gives it to Robertson. Goes pick and roll with Babacar Touré. Watts guarded by Konate. Tries to shake and bake, steps back from the perimeter. Watts takes a three, and Watts responds down the other end. Deep three from the man from North Carolina. Well, that's one way to respond. And now Nanterre hit their third perimeter shot of the game. And Senglin just pushes off Jeanin. Juskovic now has hit 3 trays in the game, looks for Treadwell. Konate thought about the three, doesn't take it. This time he does. Konate puts it up well, pushing it back surely on Treadwell as he gives a hard knock to Babacar Touré. Well, Treadwell just lost his position, had no choice but to give the knock to Babacar Touré. He's got to check out of the game, but well, so there's a slight push in the back there. And now Nanterre just putting on a bit of full court pressure. He bounces it right off his back. We're unable to see what's going on now, but Babacar Touré tries a three-point shot. Babacar Touré can't get it. Again, not a shot we usually see him go to, but well, the three-pointer did not count, so the score will go back to 41-50. Juskovic pulls up for another tray. He's hit 4. Oh my Lord! 6 another one. This guy is on fire. Nanterre have to be the best three-point shooting team here in Europe. He's now 3 for 4 from the perimeter. Down low to Watts. Watts got it by Konate. Watts takes it down the middle, draws the foul. Now, was it a shooting foul or was it on the ground? Well, Konate was ready to get out on the break, but he could see there's the first foul. That can't be a shooting foul, surely, because foul was definitely on the ground, but well, it's going to be baseline ball now to Fribourg Olympic. We'll get into Torre. Torre goes handoff with Robertson. Williamson takes it in with his left, makes a bit of contact, jumps over him, doesn't get it. Secures the offensive board. Kicks out to Jeanin now, 10 on the shot clock. Jeanin kicks out. Torre goes in, doesn't get it. Gamble finally secures it, and now Nanterre can push. Sanglin. Sanglin had time and space there, but didn't pull the trigger. Juskovic now calls for a screen, gets a handoff of Powson. Comes off a screen, tries another one. Can he get his fourth one? Can't get it. Williamson secures the rebound. Jeanin reverse down to Robertson. Robertson in the lane. Draws another foul on Gamble. Now that's the 4th team foul for Nanterre. 1 foul away from being in the penalty. Well, he gets in the lane, but again, there was no one to really kick out to. And it's a problem Fribourg Olympic have. They don't have that three-point shooting effect. We're gonna have to get it in, so Torre just able to secure it. Backdoor play, gotta throw it down. Well, he just lays it up off the glass. 2 weeks ago, he had a tip-back dunk against the Berestar Tenerife. And there he just makes a beautiful backdoor cut. The Fribourg Olympic just staying in the game right now. Robertson has 4 points in the game. Carlson comes off a screen now. Juskovic pulls the trigger right in the face, in and out. Well, even when he misses, it looks close. Watts has to pull it out. Down low to Torre. Torre in the low block, spins around, kicks out to Williamson. Williamson tries from the perimeter, can't get it. And again, no rebound is underneath the basket. No one to help out Babacar Torre. 5:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Offensive foul on Hacker Powson. Was it? It looks like Watts comes off the screen hard and just gets the knock from Hacker Powson. Well, Powson does make a little bit of movement, just gives a bit of a nudge to Watts and doesn't really intentionally lay him out, but again, it's just enough contact to draw the foul. Watts comes off the screen, gives to Torre. Torre goes at Gamble again. Torre goes up, gets rejected. Julian Gamble said, get out of here. And again, Babacar Torre just undersized, unable to go ahead. Julian Gamble. Williamson now got it by Hacker Powson. Back to Torre. 4 on the shot clock. Robertson's got to shoot it. Robertson fades away. Torre's got to shoot it. Didn't get it off in time. 24-second violation. Good defense by Nanterre, 92. So 11 turnovers now for Fribourg. It's only their first in the 3rd quarter. Juskovic pump fakes at the perimeter, doesn't get it. Well, Watts spins around, splits it 2 defenders. Now they got numbers in transition. Jeanin doesn't take it. Watts will take another 3, puts it up, can't get it. Poor transition. And now Julian Gamble's gonna take it. Konate gives the knock, back to Konate. Kicks out, Hacker Powson, wide open. Doesn't get the 3. Now Jeanin is gonna take it himself. Jeannet dish it off. Oh, he's got it dunked in. Does he get the and one? Yes, he does. Who was the foul on, though? Was it on Powson? Was it on Gamble? Oh, a bit of a dangerous play there. You can see Jeannet. What a penetration here. Splits the defense. What a dish off. That's a Steve Nash-esque pass. I mean, that's a Steve Nash pass right there. Dish it off. Well, a few players on the deck now. We are now back to a 8-point ball game, and fouls on Julian Gamble. It's his third personal foul of the game. And Dushim Ladin now checks back in. Well, Cavaliers fan growing up in his early stages, but can't make it a three-point play. And an early entry from Nanterre, so Williamson get to shoot the free throw again now. Again, free throw shooting has just been very woeful from Fribourg here all season. Just gets it to drop and cuts it down to a 7-point ball game. Well, Jurkovic now, he's been their top scorer. He's only just checked into the third quarter. He's got 11 points and 5 rebounds. Powson tries to take it in, draws a foul, and Jusum Mladen just gets exposed. Again, 32 years of age, great shooter, but one area of weakness is probably just man-to-man defense. It's only the first team foul for Fribourg here in the third quarter. Gamble gets a lob. Gamble under the basket, and he throws it down. Lob pass came from Dominic Waters. Look at that for a pass. Catch it, take off. He brings it down. All the way, Robertson, right down the other end. He throws it down in the lane. Well, it's back-to-back plays, and the little man going up and giving it the throwdown. Well, he thinks, explodes past Sanglin, up, and away. What a dunk. Well, you gotta love the heart from this kid. You gotta love it. Not afraid to take it in. And now he can cut it down to a 6-point play if he makes this free throw. Makes the free throw. 6-point deficit now. Fribourg just giving themselves a little bit of life. Kurt Powson picks up his third personal foul. It comes off the screen now. Sanglin been very quiet since the first quarter. Waters comes off another screen. Got it by Robertson. Shakes and bakes. Down the middle. Takes it up. Can't get it. Well, they secure the offensive rebound. And Fribourg Olympic just don't box out as Panza just goes in and cleans up. Well, just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Watts now kicks it to Torre. Torre gets a pump fake. Tries a reverse layup. Babacar Torre with the Dr. J reverse layup. Took it baseline. Oh, Babacar Torre just showing a bit of the doctor. He now goes to 8 points. He's 4 for 10 from the field. Jeremy Sanglin can't get it. Torre secures the rebound. And now Fribourg Olympic could chip into the lead. Mladen kicks out. Watts. Torre wants to go at Panza in the lane. Babacar Torre can't get it. Robertson, offensive rebound. And the smallest guy in the lane gets the rebound. And he puts it back. Well, it's a 4-point deficit now. Fribourg Olympic just keep fighting back at Nanterre. And it's now a 4-point game. It's 57-53. As Fribourg Olympic going to make a double chain, sorry. Babacar Torre gets called for the foul. Well, Timberlake checks back into the game, probably just to give him another scoring option. You know, with a player like Chad Timberlake, I mean, he's got the size, the athleticism, really should be getting to the free throw line more in this game. Well, this is interesting now because Fribourg go to a 2-3 zone. Why would you play a zone against a team that's been shooting the lights out? And again, it's the foul trouble. They've got no choice but to go to it. But if you're going to play zone, you can't let them shoot the ball. Mladen almost turned it over. Back to Robertson. Robertson off the screen. Back to Mladen. Catch and shoot. Big three. Oh, baby! And one! Dusan Mladen sinks the triple. And he's going to go to the free throw line and make it a 4-point play. Well, he's not as animated as he usually is here on the sideline. Look at the quickness. How does he get the shot off in time? Gets his feet set, pulls the trigger, gets the foul, and one. Well, Coach Donadillo now probably looking on a little nervously because he knows destiny is in his hand. Now, Pauk did win tonight, so if Nanterre loses this game, Pauk will move back into 4th place. Well, Mladen sinks the free throw, makes it a 4-point play, cuts it to a 2-point ball game. Well, the question for Fribourg, are they going to stick to the 2-3 zone? Yes, they are. Well, this should be candy right now for Nanterre. Get some open looks, get on the perimeter. And Benizzi now takes it in the lane, draws another foul, and again, it's Dusan Mladen. Commits a foul now with 1:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Only the 2nd team foul for Fribourg. Well, it's just the one area that Dusan Mladen is going to be exposed, playing in the back of the zone there where he has to come out. And you can see he has to come out to stop the perimeter shooting. Waters now comes off. Got Senglin to his right, Konate to his left. Ponta wants the lob. Ponta gets in the low block. Ponta gets fouled. Well, again, 2-3 zone just not working for Fribourg Olympic. Well, the problem for Fribourg is, well, they've only got 2 players in the lineup with 3 personal fouls. It's Dusan Mladen, Justin Robertson. But again, I question, why would you play a zone against a team has the size down low and as well? I mean, Nanterre's only made 2 threes here in the 2nd half, and they're still 12 for 23. Pardon me, they made 3 3-pointers. Ponce makes a 2nd one, puts him back up by 3. Well, Jurkovic's back in the lineup now. Gets the Robertson. Well, again, Robertson has played some inspiring basketball because of his explosiveness. Splits the screen. Robertson all the way, unstoppable. Well, showed it 2 weeks ago against the Berestar Tenerife. Cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Fribourg keep fighting back. Again, they're pushing the zone very high, so does Nanterre try to force the issue down low. Waters pulls it out. Benizzi, deep 3. Oh, baby! Sinks it from the desert, and that's why you don't play a 2-3 zone against Nanterre. Robertson all the way. Another dunk, another throwdown. No upside defense. Justin Robertson. I mean, this guy is playing for an MVP right now. And now they're going to try and run this one down. 6 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. Waters in the lane, kicks out. Benizzi in the lane, draws a foul. Now, poor play, because now he's going to send him to the free throw line for 2 shots. Will Fribourg have to go back in the timeout now? Sorry, at the end of the 3rd quarter, reevaluate what kind of defense they want to play, because they're just being exposed in this 3-2 zone. Well, these are now big free throws for Hugo Benizzi, who has 12 points in the game. He's 3 for 4 from the perimeter, 1 for 1 from within the rainbow, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He makes the first free throw. Again, puts it back to a 3-point ball game, but you know, you gotta love the energy right now from Fribourg Olympic as they've scored 27 points here in the 3rd quarter. Gets it to go. And now with 8.5, Justin Roberts in time. Going to isolate. Gives it to Williamson. Williamson gets fouled. And he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It's unfortunate he couldn't get the and one because, again, Williamson not the best free throw shooter on the court. Ponce just gets beat to the spot. He's got to finish that. Well, Andre Williamson now has played just under 20 minutes. He's only got 5 points. Gets the first one. Well, again, this is the first quarter of basketball that Fribourg has actually beaten. They've winning this one so far, 28-21. So, again, team with nothing to play for. Sometimes you just go out and give what you got, and there's no fear, no pressure. And Senglin gets a shot off at the end of the third quarter. Off the backboard! Whoa! Jeremy Senglin! He has not scored a three-pointer since the first quarter. This time, he calls the Bank of Switzerland. I mean, he just lobs that up. That is a Stephen Curry shot. Well, somebody calls Splash Brothers because they could have a triplet in the family, and his name's Jeremy Senglin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a quarter of basketball we've had as Fribourg Olympic have led this one 29-24, but so far they're still trailing by 5 points. Nanterre, 14 for 25 from the perimeter. Fribourg 4 for 12, but Fribourg 22 for 36 from within the rainbow. Nanterre only 9 for 21. I mean, this truly is a tale of two different cities right now. One team splashing the cash, live and die by the three-pointer. The other team just fighting back from within the paint. And again, the three-point shooting is unstoppable from Nanterre 92. 53 of the game. And again, it's just amazing how quickly the comeback just gets shut down from Fribourg Olympic. I mean, Nanterre, it's seldom you see a team, well, Robertson puts it behind the back, draws the foul on Invernizzi. I mean, literally in the space of 30 seconds, Williamson hits 2 free throws, cuts it to a 2-point game. Jeremy Senglin takes a Stephen Curry half-court shot off the backboard, and then Invernizzi begins the fourth quarter with a tray. Mladen takes it in, keeps it alive, fades away. Dusan Mladen doesn't get it. And again, poor shot, nobody going for a rebound. We're looking for Invernizzi. He's got the mismatch against Robertson. Invernizzi in the lane, bumps, goes up, can't get it. Robertson jumps up, grabs the rebound. Well, Justin Robertson draws a foul against Dominic Waters. And that is now the second team foul. Well, I mean, this kid is so explosive on the ball. I mean, just such an offensive threat. Well, Dominic Waters called for the reach-in foul. think what the officials are going to review is, are they going to call an unsportsmanlike foul? I would highly doubt it, but and I would imagine what's the officials now probably just looking at that play, just trying to make a decision to go for a regular team foul, because, well, you do see those call because he does swipe at him. So this is actually a big decision for the officials. Again, right there, it's a tough one because he hasn't really made an attempt to go for the ball. So the officials have a big choice to make right now. It's a very, very tough call. And again, it's a matter of your opinion, because you do see those get given, and sometimes you don't. But the decision is also, I mean, surely they can't say he's getting fouled going in the process of shooting, because he's well outside the three-point line. But again, there's no, he is trying to reach the ball, but he doesn't get it. So grabs his leg right there. That's probably what they're trying to see. So from that point right there, I would probably say it could be an unsportsmanlike foul. And they've caught it. So now Robertson will get 2 free throws, and they're going to get the ball back. Well, these are now big, big free throws for Fribourg Olympic. Babacar Touré is going to come back in the game and probably just give him that extra bit of rebounding in the low block as Robertson makes the first free throw. But again, this kid has just got such a big heart, and again, he's got a bright career ahead of him. Makes the second one. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Well, he's got to be thinking, you know, we're getting closer and closer right now, but we just can't finish games off at the moment. Well, sideline ball now to Fribourg Olympic as they trade this one by 6 points, but they had it down to as many as 1 point. But again, you just see how quickly Nanterre can build a lead. And it's all about their perimeter shooting. Got 15 threes tonight so far. Sorry, gets a hand off Jerkovic. Thought about the three. Jerkovic. Well, Williamson keeps it alive. Williamson in the lane. Williamson's got to finish. Well, they get the rebound. Foul called. Babacar Touré. And that's why he's in there, to get the offensive rebound. And Coach Donadieu now, you can see how frustrated he is that his team just can't close this game out at the moment. And that is Treadwell's 4th personal foul, as it looks. I mean, Williamson's got to make that free throw. Well, it looks like the foul's actually on Konate, actually, which is a big relief for Nanterre. And Touré makes the free throw. Makes them both. Cuts it down now to a 4-point ball game. Well, it's a big, big possession for Nanterre. Waters comes off a screen. Invenizzi gets a hand up for Konate. Well, they're looking for Treadwell on the low block. Waters gets him up in the air. Waters in the lane. Tries the floater. Can't get it. Touré with the rebound. And now Jusum Ladin. We get to Jerkovic. Jerkovic goes baseline. Dish out to Touré. Down low. Williamson's got to go up with it. Williamson misses it. Can't get the rebound. And that's 2 misses back-to-back now for Andre Williamson. Could that come back to haunt Fribourg Olympic? Well, now you can see Donadieu now is bringing Juskovic off the bench. Well, Senglin guarded by Jerkovic now. And Vinizzi gets him up in the air. And again, the defense just killing it right now for Fribourg Olympic. As Andre Williamson just goes to the bench. And again, I mean, if the play on Dominic Waters is called for an unsportsmanlike foul, then so is that one, because he's clearly got his elbow on his shoulder. Well, Waters now comes off a screen, takes it in the lane, looks for Treadwell. Back out to D. Waters. D. Waters in the lane, down low to Treadwell. Kicks out, Konate, big three, can't get it. Torre gets the rebound, Timberlake secures it. Well, interesting now for Fribourg, they don't have Robertson on the court. Timberlake behind the back, Watts, it's a big three, doesn't get it. Well, again, was the behind the back pass really necessary? Because when you make a pass like that to a shooter, you want to hit the sweet spot. And in the corner, Konate goes baseline. Got it by Mladen. Brings up a circus shot, doesn't get it. Torre throws it away. Babacar Torre can't secure it. And again, you got to take care of the basketball as Dominic Waters picks up the loose ball. Well, the discipline for Fribourg Olympic at the moment. Mladen isolates against Vinizzi. Looking for someone to kick out to. Back to Mladen. Takes a three in the corner. Justin Mladen! Right in the corner! Right in the face of Vinizzi. What a three-pointer! Well, it's back to a three-point ball game. Justin Mladen now 14 points, 3 for 5 from the perimeter. Waters pulls up from 15 feet, uncontested. And again, Fribourg Olympic just look exhausted on defense. Nanterre just punished them. Timberlake on the ball. And again, passing Timberlake. Trying to get to Jerkovic. It looks like he stubbed the finger. I mean, Fribourg Olympic, you got to question sometimes the decision-making of their players. And why was Robertson out of the game? I mean, he was your best player. He inspired the comeback. And you can see coach just can't quite figure it out. It would have been a wide-open dunk. Waters comes up a screen. Waters now pulls up, big three. Good night all the way here in Fribourg. Dominic Waters sinks it from downtown. What a three. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
un grand merci aux sponsors qui soutiennent le Fribourg Olympique Fribourg de cette compétition européenne. Le groupe est la Banque cantonale de Fribourg, Swiss Basketball, la ville de Fribourg, Casino Barrière Fribourg, l'État de Fribourg, Taxi Service, DKZ de Fribourg, l'Euro, Concordia, l'Hôtel Alpha, Tissot, la Mobilière.
Next on turn, 3. Ok les gars? Allez go!
And three, remember.
well, 16 threes in the game so far for Nanterre. Has just simply been a team to be reckoned with. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a team be so prolific from the perimeter. I mean, they're 57% from the rainbow. I mean, Fribourg gets so close to a comeback, but they just don't get there in the end. Well, now, just under 6 minutes to go here. Can Fribourg mount another comeback? And Robertson just trying to tell everyone to clear out. Jerkovic comes off a screen, doesn't use it. Well, Jerkovic completely turns it over. Jokovic gets it back though. And that's why you don't give up on it. Down low to Watts. Watts got to go up with it. Off the backboard, gets the layup to drop. Back to a 6-point ball game. And again, Fribourg just not giving up again. Just not going away. And this is where Nanterre just break their hearts. Down low to Hake Paulsen. Got it by Jussi Mladen in the lane. Doesn't get the and one. But the Icelandic international will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, he missed a free throw, and again, for a team that's made 16 3-pointers tonight, just maybe living and dying by the 3-point line can just put you off from the stripe. Makes the second one. 7-point ball game now. In the lane, Robertson off the backboard. Justin Robertson, this man now moves up to 17 points. I mean, he is carrying Fribourg on his back right now. Joskovic is out, 4 threes in the game. Comes off the screen, Ivanitsi, also 4 3-pointers. Joskovic takes it in, down low, what a pass! Whoa, spots Dimitris Tremble, easy basketball. And again, you gotta love the way Fribourg plays. Tremble now moves up to 9 points. Mladen this time takes the 3, puts it up. The foul is on the ground. 14 foul for Nanterre. So Fribourg 1 away from the penalty, which is good for them because, again, they've got 2 fouls to give. When you're chasing the game, you don't want to put the other team in the penalty quickly. Well, Joskovic now only 2nd personal foul of the game. Well, Robertson gives up to Mladen. 8 on the shot clock. Gives up to Jokovic. Mladen's got to pull it up. No way. Can't get it. Well, Jokovic tries to go in for a second opportunity. Just can't get it.
Fribourg Olympic.
Well, we got a timeout now as Fribourg have to talk it over. Well, Babacar Touré has 7 rebounds so far, but Justin Robertson really just been an inspiration so far for them.
Come in, Dre. Dušan, listen, we play 3-2 matchup. 3-2 matchup, but full court pressing. Then 3-2.
Zone 1.
Stretch everything around.
Passe. Non, pardon. Passe. Okay. Hook. Middle. Maybe fake.
Well, Ivanitsi so far leading the scoring for Nanterre, while Konate has 5 rebounds and Waters has 8 assists, but Nanterre, really, this is going to be a stat for the ages. 16 for 28 so far this game from the 3-point line. I mean, it's seldom you see a team shoot this prolifically, but they're doing this kind of shooting week in, week out here in the Basketball Champions League.
Amis supporters, 4 minutes 12, 5 petits points. C'est énorme. Vous êtes ce soir 1248 ici à Sénat. Faites du bruit. Encouragez votre équipe.
Jokovic just tried to get his hand in the cookie jar, but can't come up with it. Well, Waters guarded by Watts. Comes off a screen of Babacar Touré. They try to get him in a double team. Paulsen now. And again, Robertson picks up his 4th foul. And again, it was right at the end of the shot clock. So 13 foul for Fribourg. Well, their best player on the court now, 1 foul away from fouling out of the game. Juskavicius comes off a screen. Out to Waters. Back to Juskavicius. Down low to Treadwell. Treadwell just finishes it in and around. Moves to 11 points. What a play from the big man. Back to a 9-point ball game. And again, Fribourg just running out of ideas. Not a lot of movement. Robertson pulls the trigger from the perimeter. Can't get it. Williamson with a rebound. Was got to go up with it. And again, 6 on the shot clock. Robertson's got to isolate. Robertson draws a foul, and he will go to the free throw line, as it is the 15th foul. Andre Williamson, off those back-to-back misses in the third quarter, you can see now just losing his confidence, doesn't want to go up with it. Well, again, this guy just so explosive, so quick, can beat any defender. Makes the free throw, and now moves up to 18 points. Well, it's also Treadwell's 4th personal foul, and he's 1 away from fouling out with 3:17 to go here in the 4th quarter. Can't get it. Well, Babakar gets the rebound. Babakar can't secure it. And again, the body language just says it all right now. Nanterre, game for the taking. Invenizzi gets a hand over Juskavicius. In the corner, Paulsen. Well, Paulsen looks like he got a touch from Jurkovic, and 6 seconds on the shot clock. Well, we got a timeout now to Nanterre with 2:56. They lead this one by 8 points.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre soirée du 22 février 2019 à Fribourg. Pour partager un moment convivial
dans le post-up.
avec tous vos joueurs
Adas,
préférés.
Steiger ici. Ok, Dominique. Maybe, post-up.
Well, Invenizzi now is still their top scorer so far with 17 points. He's done so well from the perimeter, but again, we've been talking about it all night long. Nanterre 16 to 28 from three-point land. Robertson's their top scorer with 18. Babakar has 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds, sorry.
Then Nathan, you will be second one, this will speak. If they don't pick it up, hey, listen, 2, 3, switch.
Montoya has 10 rebounds, and he's 3 rebounds away from his double-double, but you can see he struggled to secure a few of them here. Well, 6 seconds left on the shot clock now. Nanterre, are we going to get a 17th three of the game here? I would not be surprised. Well, they're getting inbound to Paulsen. Now Paulsen backs down, throws it up, doesn't get it. Williamson secures a rebound. Gets it to Robertson. Robertson up to Andre Williamson, kicks out. Well, again, not a lot of movement off the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Robertson pulls up, can't get it. Well, Watts jumps up really high, but can't secure it. Well, now you can see Nanterre with another chance to close this game out. And then he gets a handoff with Juskavicius. Juskavicius 5 on the shot clock now. It's got to get something going. Well, tries to make a bit of contact, throws it up, doesn't get it. And now Watts can push a transition. In and out. Makes a contact, and one! Charles Watts off the backboard. Well, slipped over, almost traveled with it. And now he's going to go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. And the former North Carolina Tar Heel pump fake, slips over, bit of contact, call the bank, baby. You got to love it. I mean, what kind of fadeaway is that? Nobody teaches you that kind of shot. Well, he can't make a 3-point play, and well, Babakar Torres complained about the pull in the shirt, but this stage, 2 minutes to go, you got to go after it. Well, Paulsen now gives up to Juskavicius. Waters Off one screen, takes it in, pulls up on the free throw line, draws the foul, doesn't get the and one. But he's gonna go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Well, the foul is on Babacar Touré. Well, Babacar Touré still arguing with the official about the previous foul, and with 1:47 to go, Jeremy Senglin's gonna come back into the game. Well, big free throws now for Dominic Waters. Makes the first one. And the man from Portland, Oregon, played at Portland State, and again, a very prolific career he's had here in Europe. Last season was with Pinar Kashiaka. Also had a brief stint with Aris Thessaloniki as well, and with Unet Roulon, and Union Olympia for that matter. So he's played with some big teams here in the Basketball Champions League in previous seasons. Well, Watts just keeps it alive. Down low to Touré. Touré gets fouled. Fouls on the ground, but he will be going to the free throw line as they are in the team fouls. It was a big free throw from Babacar Touré. In and out, can't get it. And again, that's just been the story now for Fribourg Olympic. Poor free throw shooting. Not enough perimeter shooting for that matter. Dusan Mladen, one of their only 3-point shooters, makes the second one. It's now a 7-point ball game with 1:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. We got a timeout now to Fribourg Olympic.
Listen up, hey, Baba. Turco is here. Full court. We run 1-2. 1-2.
Well, Justin Robuste has been their best player tonight. Babacar Touré 2 rebounds away from his double-double, but again, they got it back to as many as 1 point deficits, but 3-point shooting has just been sublime from Nanterre. And Vinicius still their top scorer. Well, now Fribourg putting on their full court pressure, just going to try and force Nanterre into a turnover. And again, you don't want to foul. Don't send him to the free throw line. As Robuste's got 4 fouls. Again, there's no need to foul. Babacar Touré, and you can see Mladen just looks at him and say, "What are you doing?" And again, that's just a sign from a team right now with not much to play for. And I got a question. A minute 30 now. If Nanterre missed a shot, you get back down the other end, you make a 3-pointer, it's a 4-point ball game. So you can understand why his teammates and his coach is frustrated with him. Well, Waters makes a second one, and it's back to an 8-point ball game. Now, they've got to get something going in the basket quick here. Time short. Robuste to Touré, down low to Williamson. Williamson's got to go up with it. Williamson gets blocked. Julian Gamble said, "Get out of here," and it's Nanterre ball. Well, Julian Gamble, just a defensive force to be reckoned with, and it looks like he's hurt his shoulder. Well, Gamble has been holding a few injuries this year, and Andre Williamson checks out of the game. Well, Waters now, full court pressure, has to deal with it. Gives up to Hacker Paulsen, and they deal with the full court pressure well. Jeremy Senglin gets fouled by Robertson, and Justin Robertson fouls out of the game. Well, he clearly doesn't agree with the call, but I'm sorry, I agree with the official. Robertson's got hands all over him. It's a definite foul. I mean, he's on the ball, he's held onto his arm. It's a personal foul no matter how you look at it. And Julian Gamble checks out of the game now. That could be a problem for Nanterre. If he's holding on to an injury now going into the last few games. Well, Jeremy Senglin has been very, very quiet tonight, to say the least, but Nanterre, with 2 games after this, destiny's in their hand. All they got to do is win these last 2 games, and they'll qualify for the 4th place. If you look at their next 2 games, not easy. At home against Umana Venezia, and then final game on Tuesday, the 5th of February. They're at home. Sorry, they're on the road against UNED Hulod. Madden takes a 3 from way out, and he sinks that one way in the desert. The game not over yet. Paulsen gives up to Invernizzi. Invernizzi, well, easy lays it up, puts it back to a 9-point ball game. Well, Jeanin, Mladen forces up another one, doesn't get it. Well, the bench player comes in, secures a rebound. Jurkovic tries a 3, doesn't get it. Konate secures a rebound, and they almost turn it over again. Well, that's just been the night so far for Fribourg Olympic. I mean, they've battled and they've battled, but they just haven't done enough to get over the final hurdle. And it's been that kind of night for them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a change in events as Tenerife defeat UNED Hulod. So that could change things here in the group, because really the 4th place looked like it was going to be neck and neck between Nanterre and PAOK. So now this could be very different here in Group B. So UNED Hulod now will most likely move to 7-5. Now the question is, will they overtake PAOK? But Nanterre wins this one, they go to 7-5. So it will be interesting to see how these groups finish out here in Group B at the end of tonight. Remember, this is game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League. 2 more games to go in the regular season before we move on to the playoffs. Nanterre, this season and last season, just showing how prolific they can shoot it from the perimeter. Well, man, you gotta love how this man has been with Nanterre for so long, since 1987, Coach Donadio. Waters, Paulsen. And again, with 10 on the shot clock. Paulsen, Senglin doesn't pull it. Konate, Senglin takes it in the lane. Senglin's just gonna lay it up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great game to watch between these 2 teams. It's been an unbelievable atmosphere. Fribourg Olympic, they battled and they battled. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this one, it is Nanterre 92, Fribourg Olympic 91. Well, it was a great game to watch nonetheless. But that is as it stands at the end of this one. These 2 teams shake hands with each other. Nanterre keep their destiny in their own hands with 2 more games to go. 2 wins, and they'll secure a playoff spot here in the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League. But it was an unbelievable game to watch, to say the least. Well, Fribourg, they pushed and they pushed and they tried to get over the final hurdle, but it just wasn't enough. And Babacar Touré still negotiated with the referee on the box out on the free throw that he got pulled on the shirt, but game's over now. Fribourg played some inspiring basketball. They pushed and they pushed, but again, it just wasn't enough, because that is as it stands here at the end of this one. And there you can see the Fribourg players go and congratulate their fans, while Nanterre go to the corner to congratulate the small traveling contingent of fans there from the western suburb of Paris and Nanterre. And those fans make the journey here in Switzerland, and they believe that anything is possible. And that when they get into the playoffs, they're the best three-point shooting team in the business. 16 for 28 from the Rainbow tonight. Again, probably what Nanterre need is to probably try and pick up just one more big man, one more post player. Because again, when you go into the playoffs, you're going to play against some experienced teams, some teams with a lot of caliber down low. When you're a team that lives and dies by the three-point line, you just need that little bit of size just to give you a little bit of a chance to compete. Well, Robertson finished with 18 points, while Babacar Touré had his rebounds and his point set, but it just wasn't enough to get over the final hurdle. Konate had 2, but Benitzi was their top scorer at 19. So he chipped in a few three-pointers. Dominic Waters had 18 for that matter, and Treadwell with 11. Well, where next now for these two teams? And again, you got to ask the question, where next now for these two teams? Well, Fribourg Olympic, it's just 2 games left. It's pride for them. Well, Nanterre, for them, it's about progression, making it into the playoffs, really trying to cement a place and just put the name on the mark here in the Basketball Champions League. Well, the last 2 games next week on Wednesday, they'll be at home to Nanterre Venezia, who's a top dog here in Group B. Nanterre Venezia sitting in second place now here, as they came up with a very emphatic victory against the Berestar Tenerife. And in the final game of Group B for Nanterre is when they go on the road to Israel, which could be the decider if they get into the playoffs, as they'll take on Unet Holon. Holon lost tonight, lost against Berestar Tenerife, which is a very interesting result now, because now it means you're going to have 3 teams, PAOK, Unet, Holon, and Nanterre, 7 and 5. Question is, who is in whose position based on the points right now? We will see very shortly. Well, that is this one done and dusted. These boys getting on a plane, heading back to Paris tonight. Well, there you can see Nanterre just sit outside the playoffs. And again, the task will only get tougher for them. If they can win next week at home against Nanterre Venezia, then they'll give themselves a chance, because then it will be between them and Unet Holon. Well, PAOK, it'll also be tough for them, as PAOK have slipped a few games so far here in the Basketball Champions League. As we saw last week, Nanterre just gave themselves a fighting chance with a victory over PAOK. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight in Fribourg. We'll see you next week for Game Day 13 of the Basketball Champions League. It is good night for now from FIBA.
C'est bon. Dusan Nadjan, on a l'impression que l'histoire se répète un peu sur la scène européenne. Il y a eu beaucoup de courtes défaites.